growing your med spa, plastic surgery, aesthetic, dermatology clinic, growing that patient base in 2025, it's going to involve using high-level strategy and the tools and automations that can get you to where you want to go. What I'm going to cover today, we're going to go over 5 different things that you can do to grow your patient base, to expand the services that your current patient base is getting, and to position yourself, if you want, to bring in more doctors, private equity, or to simply just reap the benefits of having a larger practice. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about, SMS and email to your current patients. I have current underlined here. Your patients are a gold mine of further opportunity. If they've come in and gotten laser, Botox, or if you're a plastic surgeon or a cosmetic surgeon, if they've come in and gotten a tummy tuck, a mommy makeover, breast augmentation, mastopexy, those patients need to be marketed to even though they've already converted and become patients. And here's what I mean. If somebody comes in and gets a mastopexy, a breast lift, and they also get a breast augmentation, a implant, that patient needs scar treatment down the road, and those scars can be treated with lasers. They might also need Botox, filler, hydrofacial. There's many services that can be offered to them, and many practices are not marketing to their current patients. How do we do that? Well, we can set up SMS, whether it's high level, Twilio, CallRail. There's so many ways to do calls tracking, SMS sending, and email. Email, Constant Contact, MailChimp. I mean, there's so many of them. I don't care about the specific tool. What I care about is that current patients are being segmented into categories such as had surgery, had laser, had filler, had Botox, however we want to do it, but we want to make sure that they're being categorized, and then SMS and email. 30-day follow-up, 60-day follow-up, 90-day follow-up, all of these things automated to send these patients to your website, to the consult form, to the phone number, to then re-engage them and to become continuing patients. Now, the average lifetime value of a patient increases. A lot of times, all people need to do is just be reminded to get them over that finish line. They had that mastopexy. They're really happy three months later. They see the scars and they say, what can I do about these scars? And then a timely text message or an email from your office comes in. Next thing you know, they're booking an appointment to come in to get a laser on that scar. So these are things that are easy to do and can be automated, something that we can help you with if you want. And then you're going to be able to engage those patients further. All right, let's go on to number 2. Number 2 has to do with social media. How do we use social media though? We need to tell stories with, my handwriting is awful, social media. Any lefties out there? I used to get all that stuff on my hands. That's why I'm being very careful here. Tell stories with social media. Don't just post a flyer of your upcoming event. Don't just post a graphic banner of, the latest deal that you have 20% off Restylane Kiss filler, whatever it might be. Tell stories. The way that we tell stories is we take patient outcomes. We take the questions people are asking you in your consults every single day. And you know that you can sit down and brainstorm at least 15 to 20 questions that patients are asking you every day. You can take those questions and tell a story. So to give an example, somebody who's in their early 20s comes in with a lot of acne scars, right? They don't know what they can do. They know that there's treatments out there, lasers, Tret, skincare products, there's, you name it. But that's how they wind up in your practice with the question of how do I take care of what people call, crater face type issues. So that's a question people come in. So tell the story on social media of somebody who came in, got treatment, got results, and then has a happy story to tell. You need to think about your patients, and you need to realize that the way that they're coming into your practice is how they're relating to what they're seeing on social media, to what they're seeing online. So the best way as humans that we can connect with one another is by telling stories, and use social media to do that. Use video. I really like video content. I think video content's great. And with the new Instagram being indexed by Google update, now we're going to get even more SEO benefits from using captions on Instagram. So by doing this strategy here, see, this is what I want to talk about, these strategies. What's important is each one is foundationally going to be a strategy that works, not something that's like a technique or a tactic that's working today. These will work for years to come. Re-engaging your current patient with strategic marketing will work no matter when you do it. Telling stories is always going to work. It will never not work. So tell these stories with social media. All right, number 3. SEO is not dead. But it is evolving. So here's what I mean. For years, many doctors, smart doctors, have invested in SEO for their local business. SEO, for those of you who don't know, is search engine optimization, which means in your geographical area, when somebody's typing in the terms facelift near me, double board certified plastic surgeon, cosmetic procedures nearby, you want your practice to show up. And the real estate on the search engine results page, it's a fancy word of saying how do things show up when people Google. Well, it's evolved over time. It's evolving again. People are calling SEO search everything optimization, meaning everything is now SEO. ChatGPT, Bing, YouTube, Google, everything is SEO. That's fine. Let's keep it simple though. It's evolving. How is it evolving? It's evolving because what it's doing is large language models, LLMs, such as ChatGPT, are indexing websites. We don't know exactly how they're doing it yet, but we know that there are a few fundamentals that work. So in SEO language, EEAT is how we can craft content that's going to work for your website. Basically, it's just trustworthiness, authority, and expertise, all the things that you can signal by Google reviews, writing really great content about your procedures, and being consistent with your content. So in the past, you could gamify SEO by backlinking, and I'm sure you guys have all heard about this stuff before, black hat SEO. It's all been done. The fundamental thing is if you tell stories with social media that can also translate to telling stories with your SEO, on your website you should have patient outcomes and the same stories. And now, like I was mentioning before, Instagram is becoming indexed in Google search. That's also going to help your SEO. So do not take your foot off the gas with SEO. Many of you have SEO agencies, have thought about investing in SEO. My advice to you, because many people are now questioning, do I want to keep spending this money on SEO? My answer is yes, with the caveat that you have a discussion with the people doing your SEO and find out what it is that they're doing to evolve with it. What we're doing is we're adding FAQ sections to every page. We're rewriting the content to be around the format that the LLMs seem to prefer. We're getting more and more reviews. It's really important to get those reviews for local signals and citations. Talk to your SEO crew and see what they're doing. It's important. All right, number 4. Before and after, I'm getting sloppy here with my writing, galleries on websites. Everybody knows that this is important, but how important is it? It's extremely important, we know that. Invest more in growing your before and after galleries on your website. It's going to make a world of a difference in terms of the user experience. When they're coming into your website, they're reviewing your work. You want your patients to come in and already be sold that they want to work with you. Now, that gets into a tricky scenario, which is going to go to number 5. I skirted over 4 quickly because it's been talked about, but it's important to be in the top 5. All right, number 5, qualifying the lead. This is an area that I'm going to underline this. Qualifying. This is important. Some practices I see don't do anything to qualify the lead, and they have a 50% rate of people who do not qualify. And what qualify means is that they're ready to purchase, and they have the funds to purchase it, and they understand what they're purchasing. When your cosmetic coordinator receives the lead, if you're telling stories on social media, if your website's SEO is really dialed in, and SEO just means great content, right? And you're able to have a before and after gallery on the website, now we move to the lead is coming in, and this is where it's important to qualify them. You might get a lot of patients who are interested who simply cannot afford the procedure. That should not be a qualified lead. So some of you might be familiar with the terms MQL and SQL. I want you to understand that a marketing qualified lead means that somebody saw that story on social media and booked a consultation. Somebody was on that before and after gallery and saw such a stunning result that they then signed a consultation to come in. Same with the SMS, although this isn't going to be these are current patients, so they're already qualified, but some of them might not be for larger procedures. So, they got that SMS text, they saw the email, they submitted a consult form. That's an MQL. Those are leads. Those MQLs, through the process of qualifying, then become SQLs. And what's an SQL? It's a sales qualified lead. It means that they fit the mold. They have the money, they know what they're getting into, they know what they want, and they can do it tomorrow. That's an SQL. That process of qualifying the lead is what turns an MQL into an SQL. How do you qualify the lead? Your sales cosmetic coordinator, and usually when the lead comes in from marketing, you have two people. The first person's job internally in your practice should be simply to qualify the lead and make sure that that lead can actually pay for the services. That they're coming in and they know what they're getting. They're not looking for a root canal when you offer breast lifts, right? That person needs to qualify the lead, and not many doctors are doing this properly. They're getting people to come in, they're getting the consults are full, but they quickly realize that this person's not qualified. So first, have someone qualify the lead. Turn that MQL into an SQL. This is important feedback system here, because if all you're getting are non-qualified people, you need to look at your marketing and say, marketing, what are we doing wrong? On the other hand, if you have so many leads coming in, but they can't get them on consults fast enough, then you have an SQL problem, right? And you need to either double your staff, get another person, get a 1099 doc in your practice, partner with another doctor, whatever it is. You need to know. But if you're not doing qualifying the lead, you might not know what the issue is here. All right, so it's a lot of information, but these are the 5 things that I would recommend that your practice do today, okay? These right here. Now, this is something we can help with if you want. We can only take on so many doctors at once, and I want to say that and qualify you guys, because I wouldn't be doing my job as going from MQL to SQL, to let you know that we work with high-end practices that really want to grow, interested in exiting private equity, bringing in another doc, selling, whatever. But these systems, you need to have the basic fundamentals down before you can even focus on any of this. Those fundamentals include having a website that converts, having a social media presence and channel, having patients with before and after outcomes, right? This is not for the starter. This is not a starter thing. This is for an established practice that's ready to scale or dominate their market. If you need intro information, if you're just starting out, shoot me a message. We'll chat about some of the beginner things that you can do, and we'll chat with you then. As always, Alex from Alpha Key Digital. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you learned something here. Please comment and let me know any other topics you'd like me to cover or go into more detail. Chat with you soon.